Hey, it's Tom. I hope your Tuesday is tremendously tubular or whatever. It's a page turning Tuesday. I've got some photo albums here. This is just like a small portion of all the photo albums I have. So if you follow me on social media, I think I'm pretty much responsible for Facebook and Instagram staying alive. I post a lot of pictures and I feel really grateful that I have them because the pictures, I'm very visual. They help me remember things and they bring back a lot of memories. And I listened to music from the air and I looked at a lot of pictures as I was writing my memoir series. We're on chapter 16. I just got good news from Mayor. Charlie's on his way to pick me up. I'm finally getting out of Cliff's garage. This is a really, really big moment. I hear the bus pull into the driveway. I run outside, leap up the bus steps, and into Charlie's arms. His beard tickles my cheek and neck. We do our silly little greeting routine, go inside, grab my stuff, and throw it on board. I sit where Mayor normally sits, up front, on the cushion, and we're on our way. I'm so full of anticipation to see everyone that I can barely contain my bladder. He takes a right onto Catalina Drive and then a left on Alvarado Street. The bus comes to a stop next to a brown and white sign planted in an artificial mound of grass. It reads, Alvarado Parkside Apartments. Alex calls it the Avocado Parkside Apartments. Charlie laughs and points to the unit that's ours. The moment the bus doors unfold, I race inside. The carpet is worn thin, the walls are scuffed, it smells nasty, and the space is narrow and small. But as I walk through the door and see my mother, along with Shelley, Chris, Molly, and Alex, I know that this is the nicest home I will ever set foot in. Chris reaches up and hands me the joint that's being passed around, just like old times. Welcome home, brother, she says, smiling brightly. I take the joint and look around the room. Molly is showing Mare the tattoo that Shelley just drew on her arm. The freckles on my little brother's face look bigger, and so do his two front teeth. Chris looks up at me with the joint. I look into her hazel eyes, and she flashes me her dimpled smile. I love her. I love everyone in this room with all my heart. Being together again means everything. We're drunk with joy, much too happy to be angry with our mother. The present trumps the past. We have a hug fest. We're laughing, we're giddy, and all caught up in the joy and excitement of our reunion. I'm overwhelmed and blow a snot bubble. We laugh even harder. We're all together, under the same roof, and feeding off each other's high. That night, all of us kids are upstairs. Alex and I are in one room on the floor in our sleeping bags, which is really comfortable compared to the upholstered drivetrain disguised as a couch that I'd been sleeping on. Shelley, Chris, and Molly are in the other bedroom across the hall. It's our first night back together, and it's impossible to settle down. Our door is closed, but we can still hear our sisters perfectly. They're laughing about our latest adventure. Their voices are music to our ears, and my brother and I are laughing right along with them. Chris pioneered something we do in our family that's similar to verbal shorthand. Then she taught the rest of us to do it too. We have a way of compressing every detail, all the drama and emotion from an event, into a simple catchphrase that encompasses the whole thing. This technique cuts directly to the heart of a given situation so much that you actually feel it again. It works like this. First, we laugh and talk about a particular story, no matter how sad, uncomfortable, or embarrassing. You have to get everything out into the open, no holding back. Then we select the perfect words or phrase that represents the best and often the worst part of the story. Even long, complicated situations are reduced to their essence this way. This allows us to instantly recall, relive, re-experience significant events, struggles, and situations. Coming up with the right catchphrase is part of the fun. Chris has a knack for nailing it. Lying on the floor, inhaling the smell of dust and carpet, Alex and I listen to our sisters chatter. They cover a lot of ground, racing from one memory to another, quickly jumping forward and backward through time, making incredible connections out of seemingly unrelated events. There's a cycle in tempo and a crescendo to their voices. Feeding off each other's energy, they're reliving the past like actors on a stage, only they're playing themselves. They get louder and talk faster until they become a machine gun of rapid-fire dialogue interlaced with bursts of laughter. And then their energy subsides, they quiet down, catch their breath, and whisper. Then it starts up again. The next story emerges, and then another. The swell begins to build, and the cycle excuse me. And the cycle of catchphrases and gut-wrenching laughter repeats itself. It's exhilarating to hear. Shit. Sharing our experiences this way has become our primary coping method, followed closely by marijuana, alcohol, and other drugs. We listen as they test different words and combinations, relating to our recent family fiasco, compressing all the craziness from this misadventure into a phrase that will trigger a kaleidoscope of feelings for years to come. God, isn't that true? Our latest adventure to San Anselmo and our scattered return to Davis becomes known as Project Refugee. They continue to laugh and blurt out other catchphrases such as cuss word combo, popsicle Nazi, urine burn, XK90BB, Chris Bross the Great, matching Earth Mama hippie twins, and no mom, no Marilyn, just Mare. Even though Alex and I are in the other room, we're laughing just as hard as our sisters are. It's magic, it's safe, it's exciting, comforting, familiar, and exhilarating all at once. It is without question the happiest day of my life. All right, thanks for tuning in. We'll do start the last chapter in the series on the next page, Turning Tuesday with Tom. I'm so verklempt.